Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. Now today we've got the daddy of all squad battle related videos. It is the guide on how to beat Ultimate 100 Chem. So, for those of you that are just clicking on to one of my videos for the first time, let me kind of validate myself for doing a tutorial on this. I finish top 200 basically every week that I play, which is most weeks. I finished as high as 23rd so far this year. I could probably finish higher, but I'm sticking it out on solo. I think we will get higher than that eventually this year. I finished first last year, and yeah, I'd like to think that I know what I'm talking about. So, also, because I know that these videos do particularly well, I just want to plug in the fact that we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm just over 750 at the moment, so if you're maybe watching one of my videos for the first time, if you like what you see by the end of it, please feel free and go and hit that subscribe button. It really does mean the world to me. So let's start talking about what we're here for. How to beat 100 Chem on Ultimate. First of all, I've just checked the team out, right? So you would have seen that it's all on Ultimate, all that type of stuff. Don't want anyone saying that it hasn't been played on Ultimate. Numerous times throughout the video, I will validate that. So I've checked to see what the formation is that we're playing against, and I've checked to see how many of their players have got 5-star skill moves, because that can make things a little bit more trickier when defending. But also with the formation, it just gives me an idea of what I'm coming up against, because every little detail when playing on Ultimate is vital. Every little 1%, 2% stuff is gonna make the difference, basically. So straight away we get off the mark very quickly in this game, and I realise after looking at it on screen, this can actually look really slow, and you might even look at it and be like, this doesn't look like Ultimate, but I've played so much squad battles and with my formation and with a lot of these players that goal you've just seen there was methodical and well thought out. I know my system and most of the players absolutely inside out. That hasn't just happened. I've manufactured that more or less from kickoff, and it's worked. And that is the kind of, so mentality is the wrong word, but the kind of stuff you need to have up your sleeve to beat Ultimate. This is solo, obviously. This isn't co-op. This is solo. So yeah, that's the kind of levels that you need to be getting to. Here, that's just a bog standard goal, really. I'm not going to lie. 9 times out of 10, I'm surprised that centre half hasn't stayed with Rooney there. But whatever, we could tell that we had the yard on him, so we tucked it. We tucked it away. Right, okay. A few early goals out of the way, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be talking about quite a few different points throughout the video, while just letting the gameplay play, and I will revert to any points within the video which I've got written down, which I think are particularly important for you guys to view. Now, I'm not going to be talking about stuff like defending with CDMs and through balls, because if you're somebody that's watching this because you want to play on Ultimate, I'm presuming that you know that kind of stuff already, and it's all stuff that I've gone over in my legendary tutorials. So maybe if that's your level, please feel free and go and check that out. Okay? So we've just tucked away our third goal there. Now, the one thing I want to draw to your attention with that goal is efficiency. And this is going to be a word I'm going to repeat a lot, okay? So, we're through on goal with Mbappe there. A lot of people would probably just try it and finish it. But you're coming up against a 99 rated goalkeeper here, right? Square it. Make sure you get the third goal, right? Because you don't know with the AI. They can just switch any moment. They switch into superheroes. You just don't know. Or they switch from being superheroes, you know, into bronze players. The AI is really strange, so you've got to take your chances when they come to you. Now, efficiency is something I really wanted to draw your attention to, right? And what I mean by that is your efficiency with your passing, your defending, your shooting, etc., etc. Because, of course, in squad battles, you get your points for your goals, don't you? And then the next thing is the amount of goals that you concede, right? So, it's obviously difficult playing on this level, right? So you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get. So when they come about, you need to be tucking them away. You really, really do. And also, if you're not tucking them away and you're missing it, that is then giving the ball back, right? And the more attacks the AI has on you, I'm telling you, they're going to score. It's hard to keep them out. It really is. Sometimes you'll get the odd game where you think, oh, this has been pretty easy. But on the whole, they're going to be difficult to keep out. So, the shooting needs to be on point. But equally as important is the passing, right? So, when you win the ball back in defence, sometimes they can put a lot of pressure on you. A real lot of pressure. You just need to stay calm at that point, and you really need to make sure that you find a man. And that would go hand in hand with what I said about my first goal, is knowing what you're going to do 3 or 4 steps in advance. And then this is a great situation here. They're really pressuring me hard here. And that is like 3, 4 first time passes to get out of their situation. And then we do that little bit extra to create the opportunity to score the goal. If you're playing on Legendary, that goal there, that is an ultimate standard goal. Okay? It's right here, that you'd be able to just drive on, etc., etc. on Legendary. But on Ultimate, a lot of the time, to get those opportunities, to get your shots in at goal, you have to do that one thing extra, that extra pass, that extra little movement or trick or just something. You always have to do that little bit extra on Ultimate. And I think once you've grasped that, it's actually pretty easy. So this is the 5th goal coming up here, and all we do here as a bit extra is the double tap A pass. Yeah, if we play that along the ground, you know what blocks are like this year. The defender's leg would probably stretch to about 24 feet and he'd intercept it, you know? So, there we go. That is the 5 goals up. And you might be thinking that's pretty easy, so I'm just showing you again here to validate it that it is on Ultimate. And again, just reverting back to what we were saying about doing the extra bits and pieces, that's very, very important. And we've just seen there on the match facts what I've been harping on about, and I know that I'm droning on a lot here, guys, but that's what tutorial is. Efficiency, man. 5 shots, 5 goals. Now, all I've got to do is win the corners and get the shots on target, and I'm done. Like, I potentially might only need to defend another 2 or 3 attacks, which is huge. Because think about it from the point of view of, if you're trying to win your corners, it's the same thing as getting your goals. Well, obviously, the goals are more important. But if you're not able to win corners from your corners, you're going to end up having to do 10 attacks to get your corners. That means you're giving the ball away 10 times. You're going to let the Ultimate 100 Chem AI have 10 more attacks on your goal. They're going to score. They are going to score. I'd be stunned if you're able to consistently defend that. And for me, this is one of the first games where I've playing with some of these players. Dembele, Rashford, Curtis Jones, and someone else just slipped my mind. I'm not sure. But anyway, so in the past, I've had Hazard and Dembele and Neymar winning my corners, right? So in this game, it's Dembele that comes short, and he's useless at it. So now, doing the point of the voiceover, I've switched that, and I have Dembele actually taking the corner because I don't want him coming short because he's useless at it. And Kante now comes short, and where he's so small, You just carefully dribble it towards the touchline at an angle, and because the AI are 99 aggression and 99 tackling, etc., etc., they'll just come and nick the ball off you, and 9 times out of 10 it will go out for a corner. And if you can rattle off 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 corners in a row, that is absolutely perfect, because that will then finish the game for you, and you don't have to do any more defending. So a couple of little things before we play out till half time. Set pieces from the AI are a real pain. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's like 35 yards out. But if you can see the free kick like 25 yards out within shooting range, it's a goal. It might as well be a penalty. I'm not joking you. I really aren't. Because in times gone by, I would have said if you get into a tough situation, just take them out. But no, not this time. Not in this FIFA. Because they are absolutely clinical from their direct free kicks. You put a man on the line, it just goes through his head. It's just stupid. So you need to really keep an eye out for that. I know it's hard to consider all of this stuff. It really is. But this is why it's the hardest level to play on and get results from consistently. The other thing that I would touch on, and now that I've played so much squad battles, I can tell you this. Even on 100 Chem on Ultimate, the AI can be fairly predictable. And I can't describe this any more than just saying, learn and memorise their movements and how they play, particularly attacking wise. You know, what kind of passes are they looking for? Like, think to yourself, how often does the AI get the ball 25 yards out and either just crack one, very, very rarely, or even more rare, do they get the ball 25 yards out and just run at you? They don't run at you. They look for those tiki-taka, little through balls, etc., etc. So it's just a case of showing them a different way and plug in the gaps, okay, which is obviously the best way of doing that is through using your 2 CDMs and using right stick switching a lot, okay. Well, we're now into half time and it's job done. We've got everything done. Don't get me wrong, this doesn't always happen. In fact, it very rarely happens, but this is the one that I pressed record for, and this is what happened. So I thought, stuff it, let's put it out. I wanted to show you guys actually what can happen. So I think now, what I'm saying to you guys, if you're a really good Legendary player and you win every game on Legendary, take the step up, man. Give Ultimate a go. You will lose some games, but the only way to get better at playing on Ultimate is to practice on it, you know? Like, this week I'm doing it, and I have lost a few games, but I'm quite comfortable at the standard. The games I'm winning are really comfortable. The games I'm losing, I know what mistakes that I'm making. I'm not following the advice that I'm giving to you guys now. My finishing is the main thing that's letting me down. Okay, so what do we do in this situation, right? We've got everything done. We're playing the highest rating / chem team that there is, so we just need to keep the ball. Keeping the ball isn't an option, in my opinion. They will give the ball away. When I say they, I mean you, but it won't be your fault. It'll be EA's, right? They will misplace a pass, the easiest pass in the world. It will go to them, and then you might just concede from it, or you've definitely got an attack to contend with. So if you're somebody that regularly watches my videos, you would have seen me do this before. This is all I do, and I do this for the whole half. I'm not going to play the whole half out for you doing this, but this is what I do, and it keeps them at bay. It allows you to get the possession points because you get points for possession, and it will ensure that you keep your clean sheet. There is no working squad battle glitch for Legendary or Ultimate. There's one that works sometimes on World Class, but that's only really any good if you're doing icon swaps. So yeah, this is what I would recommend you to do if you're taking squad battles seriously. It's boring, but it's efficient, and efficiency is what we're about, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I am going to whiz this forward. I don't want to bore you with the whole half of that. We'll fast forward to the 90th minute, just to show you that we've been able to play it out. As you can see on screen, we're just reverting back again. Everything is done and dusted. And here we are now in the 90th minute, and it's job done. Everything's done. So, I did icon swaps this week, or the week of the game that you're watching. So, I picked out the easy games to play. So, you won't actually see the amount of points for this, but I can tell you you'd get 3,400 points, 3,500 points for that win. Which, if you was able to replicate that, you're going to finish first in the world. Obviously, it isn't easy to replicate that every game, but it can be done. That's what I've shown you. It can be done. Okay? So, just wanted to plug in. The video for tomorrow is a must-watch. It is the 5 top tips of how to be ultimate. It'll have lots of different little clips which will help you a lot. But today, I just wanted to show you the full gameplay so you could just see it from start to finish, basically. But that is it for today, guys. Please drop a like if you like what you've seen, subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave me comments in the comment section, and I promise I will get back to all of them. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.